105.7 The Point. It is Liv broadcasting live from Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. And I am joined by Brent Smith of Shinedown. Welcome.
I love your hat.
Thank you so
and
much.
And your tiara that
you
put on
recognize
the... Yes.
the tiara?
Yeah.
Okay, so for those listening or watching on YouTube, this tiara came from Chris, who's on the mornings on KSHE.
Hi, Chris.
And also record guy for Shinedown. Thank you, Chris. Little context, Chris is a basic white bitch, loves pumpkin.
Who loves pink.
And pink, and he's the princess.
He is all in pink.
And I wore my most basic white bitch outfit just for you, Chris. So, and I do have pumpkin cookies, because we're going all in, Brent.
But it's September.
Look at this man. Would you fight with this man?
Everybody just wants to get rid of September and get right to October. Everybody's just like, September is like a stepchild.
Let's
just get to October.
We're just jumping right into the pumpkin season. All right, and I know, like, you just got done with your workout, so
I didn't. I've been done for a minute, but this is like my namaste moment of the day.
Okay, where you can breathe a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
But so I heard that I could come out here and hang out with you, so I was like, let's go.
Absolutely. So you're kicking off this tour tonight.
Yeah.
Are there jitters, excitement? What's the vibe?
I'm terrified. Oh, no. I hope you are too. I am completely and utterly like shaking in my boots. Not that I'm wearing boots.
I have full faith in you, though.
That's good. I would be really more nervous if I wasn't nervous. Like, it stays with me, 20 plus years doing it professionally, and it's always kind of the same thing. It doesn't matter where I am in the world. That first song, whatever it is in the set list, it's always, I tell myself, just get to the first chorus.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm terrified.
Yeah?
Every night. So
what can we...
Lets me know I'm alive.
It does. What can we expect tonight? What's new on this tour? What's different? What are you bringing?
The biggest thing is we brought you SPIRITBOX.
Yes, they're in the background right now, killing it.
The biggest thing that we could bring you was SPIRITBOX. The only thing we wanted to bring everybody this year was SPIRITBOX. I've been a huge fan for a long time, and I'm just enamored by the fact that they're fronted by an incredible female that just has this voice from I don't know where. She's also just a wonderful human being. That band is just really innovative and really pushing the envelope, and I knew that if we were going to be able to get them, this would be the year to get them before they just completely blow up.
Yeah.
And it was always fun. It always is fun for us to be able to bring our boys Papa Roach with us. But the interesting thing is Papa Roach and SPIRITBOX, they were kind of done for the year. They didn't plan on touring. I got a hold of them early enough and said, if we were going to tour and we were going to do it at this time of the year and we were going to ask the two of you if you would do it, what would you say? And they were like, let's go.
Hell yeah. So I watched that roundtable you had with SPIRITBOX and Papa Roach, and SPIRITBOX was talking about how, this is like going to be such a huge exposure for them. You guys have had a history where you helped them out during COVID. So when Shinedown was up and coming, who were those bands that like kind of took you out on tour and exposed you to the world?
I mean, from Jump Street, I think about the very, very first tour we ever really did, and that was with Three Doors Down, all the way back to 2003. This is this year marks 20 years of the debut album, which is wild to think of.
Yeah.
We kind of took the rear view mirror off of the machine a long time ago. We're kind of always looking ahead. We don't really look back.
Sure.
But to that question, Van Halen was that was during the same time frame. Like, we did Van Halen, and then we did Three Doors Down. Three Doors Down, that tour was only supposed to be like 2 weeks. It ended up being 9 months.
Wow.
And we went from the very first band, the first of four, to their main support the last 2 months of that tour. I think about it in 2017 when Iron Maiden took us out for 44 dates in Europe and the UK. That just put us in front of a whole different audience.
Sure.
There's more, that I can think of. It's just we're always still the band that's like listening and learning and trying to see what's next.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely Maiden, Three Doors Down, Van Halen. Those are some just off the top of my head that have done a great deal for us.
Absolutely. And I remember the first time I ever saw you guys, you kind of did that, at least mainstream wise, for Skillet. Like, they were blowing up in the Christian rock scene, but you're like, hey, you're coming over here with us.
Yeah.
And with Puddle of Mud, and you introduce them to a whole new crowd. And that's incredible that you guys get to give back like that.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing in the world is, again, it's interesting now because the more that we get talked about in certain media circles, a lot of people will say that we're the one of the most misunderstood kind of rock bands because we're not really just a rock band.
Sure.
But we can still be put in the same category as, like, we can play a metal festival, we can play a country festival, we can play a pop festival, we can play an alternative festival, because the music is supposed to be about not one form of music, it's supposed to be about all music. We try to always kind of be a genreless band because it's you're going to be at different stages in your career, you're going to be in different creative moments in your career as well. I think about like a year ago today, or like last year, I mean, I remember February of last year when, you know, we said we were going to bring a guy named Jelly Roll out, and in the beginning of the year, people were like, yeah, they're like, who's that? And it's like, it's so amazing to watch how he is just absolutely going right where he belongs, which is at the top everywhere. We are so proud of him, man, because he's just killing it right now.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's truly incredible. All right, so Planet Zero came out last year. You've been touring. Looking ahead, what's next?
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing is we took Planet Zero, you know, to a lot of different places, but, you know, what's next really is international, like trying to figure out, not only for this record, but the next album. There's a lot of things changing behind the scenes with us right now, and just trying to make sure that the next, you know, record is being launched the way we want it launched.
That's important.
From a global standpoint. But, you know, A Symptom of Being Human is getting ready to cross over into alternative, which is awesome. You know, we took it to the Hot AC format first. And it just opened up a bunch of different doors on the Hot AC side and the Top 40 side. But I don't have to say anything. You know, Tommy and The Point and all you guys have been there from day one. And I know that the song is already, you know, rocking on the station, and we appreciate that very much. But for the future, you know, we're... I think for us, more than anything, it's how we look at the next album is from a more global standpoint, and how we're going to launch it from more of a global point of view.
I love that.
We got a lot of things getting ready to happen.
Super excited. We love what you guys do. Love the focus you guys have on mental health, and you've done that since day one. I so appreciate that. I end all of my shows by telling people you rock, and I'm glad you're here. And
Absolutely.
Brent, you rock, and I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. I feel the same about you, dear.
Thank you. Thank you. And thanks for coming out and doing this interview.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to see ya.
Let's go.